Hello, welcome. We will start the webinar in just a minute as soon as everyone's in the location. Okay, thank you. Hello and welcome and good morning. We are so excited to have you join us today as we discover NSM to explore the master's and doctoral programs at UT Dallas. All participants are muted with the camera function disabled. This webinar is being recorded and will be sent out to everyone that has registered. I am Karla Dickinson, a program specialist with the Natural Sciences and Mathematics Department here at UT Dallas. I get to work alongside a great group of professors and staff leading the Natural Sciences and Mathematics Department. Today, we're going to be talking about the master's and doctoral programs here at UT Dallas. I would like to introduce Dr. Pankaj Choudhary. Dr. Choudhary is a professor of statistics in the Mathematical Sciences Department. He also serves as the Associate Dean of Graduate Studies in the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. Dr. Choudhary will be answering the questions that you have submitted over the registration form within this presentation. If you have any additional questions, you can add them to the Q&A section. And without further ado, here is Dr. Choudhary.
Thank you very much, Karla. So I also want to thank all the participants for their interest in graduate studies in the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, or NSM for short, at UT Dallas, and I welcome you all. So let's begin this presentation, and during my presentation itself, I will answer many of the frequently asked questions. And then towards the end, if your question remains unanswered, then yeah, please feel free to put your questions in the chat. We will try to answer those. So here is a brief outline of my presentation. I will give you a brief overview of UT Dallas and also the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. And then we will go over each of the departments and talk about the graduate programs that they offer. And then I will talk about financial support that we are able to provide, talk about some application requirements, and then go over some frequently asked questions. Okay, so we are University of Texas at Dallas, and we are located in the city of Richardson. So Richardson falls in Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. And you may know this already, that this is one of the most diverse and fastest growing regions in the US. And we are a very young, relatively young and very dynamic public university. We were established in 1969. And we are a tier 1 research university. And we are also ranked number 3 best public university in the state of Texas. This is based on rankings by the US News and World Report and also Forbes. And in 2017, when we were still young, and young here means under 50, we ranked number 1 in the list of universities that were still under 50. So and this was by the rank. This ranking was by the Times Higher Education. So we are a well-ranked or a highly ranked university, a public university in the state of Texas. We have about 30,000 students, and 70% of the student body is undergraduate, and 30% is graduate. And we are proud to say that we have more than 100 countries represented in our student body. So before we proceed any further, let me give you a video introduction to the university. So here is the video.
When I think about UT Dallas, I think about the future.
How can I make it better?
Where do I want to be?
How can I make a difference?
I think we're making the future our own
Our own.
at UT.
It's creativity.
It's innovation.
It's exciting. Intellectually, it's very fulfilling.
It's just different. Seriously different.
I think we do a really good job of combining art with Technology.
Technology.
It's this great blend of hands-on experience and research.
Our research is helping to improve the performance of wind farms.
Our lab is uncovering new techniques to target harmful bacteria. We're reducing electromagnetic interference in electric vehicles.
UTD was founded by tech pioneers.
And you can see that everywhere you go.
Walking around campus, I feel inspired.
I feel at home.
And I've just been able to really grow and really embed myself in this community.
It's really great to find innovative, like-minded people.
That are always like looking to create something new.
People might call us nerdy.
It is nerdy, but I love it.
We know how to have fun.
I think our biggest tradition is being untraditional.
I've learned how to problem solve and improvise. How to make my next move. I just love being in Dallas.
Dallas has so many opportunities.
There's so much to see and explore.
You can find inspiration everywhere. My professors taught me how to take a tiny idea and build it into a full-fledged business.
This school has been so special to me. I'm so glad I'm a comment.
I think the future calls us to embrace the unknown.
To be bold.
To be bold.
To be different.
Different.
To be different.
To be different.
Future demands different.
Okay, moving on. So yes, we are nerdy, but in a good way. So okay, let's move on to the next slide. So let's now talk about the school of NSM. We are third largest of the 7 schools of UTD, and we offer more than 30 degree programs, and including 11 masters and 6 PhD programs. We have in the school, we have about 3,400 students, and 18% of the students are graduate students, masters and PhD students. So there are 6 departments within the school. So we cover all the science branches and also mathematics. And then we also have a science and a mathematics education department. So we will go over the programs that are offered by these departments in a minute. So we count more than 15,000 students among our alumni. And we are very proud to say that we have a very distinguished alumni, Dr. Aziz Sankar, who won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2015. And we have world-class faculty. We do excellent research. Our lab facilities and research facilities are top class. And again, remember, this is also tied to our youth. Since we are relatively young, our lab facilities, our buildings, these are top class. And then we also help you graduate faster. So, for example, for PhD students, our average time to graduation is just a little bit more than 5 years, whereas the national median is 6 years. So, in this sense, you almost we help you graduate almost 1 year in advance compared to the national median. And of course, our master's programs are designed in a way that if you are a full-time student, you can graduate in 2 years or less. And this is something we will go over later on, but we also have an excellent record of placement of our graduates. Okay, so now let me go over each of the departments separately and briefly mention the graduate programs that are offered by those departments, and we will also briefly look at some of the research areas that are represented in the department. And at the end, you will also have the contact email. If you have any questions, you can reach out to these contacts directly. So let's start with the Department of Biological Sciences. So they offer a PhD program and a master's program in molecular and cell biology. They also offer a master's program in biotechnology and also a master's program in bioinformatics and computational biology, which is jointly offered with mathematical sciences departments. So these are master's and PhD programs, and then they also offer a certificate program in genomics. And many research areas are represented in the department, and this includes biochemistry and biophysics, genomics, and systems and computational biology, microbiology, and of course, molecular and cell biology, and then also pathobiology covering various diseases. So this is Department of Biological Sciences. Moving on to Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry. They offer two graduate programs, a PhD program in chemistry and a master's program also in chemistry. And there are various research areas included in the department. So one is organic and inorganic materials, nanotechnology, biotechnology, and polymer chemistry. And you may notice that earlier this year, Nobel Prize in Chemistry was awarded to several people who do, three particular scientists who do research in metal organic frameworks. And we have three faculty members in the chemistry department who have either worked worked directly under the supervision of Dr. Omar Yagi, who is one of those Nobel Prize winners, or through collaboration with him and his students. So we are. This goes back to this point that I made earlier, that our research is top class. And if you are interested in learning more about our programs, you can send an email to Dr. Filippo Romiti. He is the graduate admissions coordinator for the department, and he himself is a great scientist. Moving on to Department of Mathematical Sciences. This department offers several master's and PhD programs. And these programs include a PhD and MS in mathematics, a PhD and MS in data science and statistics, and MS in bioinformatics and computational biology. This is the program that is jointly offered with Biological Sciences Department. They also offer an MS in actuarial science program, and our actuarial science program is highly ranked. So our department, our actuarial science program, received this designation of Center of Actuarial Excellence, and this is only 19 programs in the U.S. Have such designation by this actuarial organization, and we are one among those. So you can see how well ranked our actuarial science program is. And then just from this fall, we started an MS program in artificial intelligence for biomedical sciences, and this is as of yesterday. We have an understanding with UT Southwestern. So we have an MOU that has already been signed by this very famous institute. This is called University of Texas Southwestern Medical Research Center, UT Southwestern Medical Center. And they are very well known for their medical hospital and medical school and the research that they do. They have lots of Nobel Prize winners among their faculty. So we have an MOU with them that the students who are participating in this MS in AI for biomedical sciences program, some of them will be selected to work in research labs at UT Southwestern for 2 full semesters. So full-time research in labs at UT Southwestern for 2 full semesters. So this is something that we just launched. And then the department also offers graduate certificates in data science and biomedical artificial intelligence. And many different research areas are represented in the department, and this includes fields from both mathematics and statistics. And you can see a partial listing here, but we offer lots of research interest in the department. And then for further questions about programs from the Math Sciences Department, you can write to math_admissions@utdallas.edu. Moving on to Department of Physics. They offer a PhD program in physics and also a master's program, and they also offer a graduate certificate in quantum information. And you may already know that there is a lot of research interest. I mean, currently there is a lot of interest in this area of quantum information. And we are also very well known for our space and atmospheric physics, atmospheric research programs. So, of course, these areas are represented in the department, quantum information and space and atmospheric physics. But we are also known for our programs in condensed matter and nanomaterials physics, and also bio and biomedical physics. And Deborah Goss is the contact person for questions related to physics programs. Moving on to Department of Geosciences, which is now known as Department of Sustainable Earth System Sciences. And they offer a master's program in geosciences and also a PhD program. And they also offer a graduate certificate in geophysics. And the research interests that are represented in the department include remote sensing, geophysics, tectonics, microimaging, seismic imaging, and hydrogeology. So we have world-class faculty in this particular department. Moving on to Science and Mathematics Education Department, they offer two master's programs. These are Masters of Arts program in teaching, in mathematics, and also in science. And the contact email for this program is listed here. So that was a brief introduction to the various departments that we have and the graduate programs that are offered by these departments. Now, as I mentioned earlier, our graduates are very well placed once they after they graduate. And here is a partial listing of where our students have found employment once they have graduated from us. So for research, our students have found postdoc positions at Harvard, MIT, Caltech, UT Southwestern Medical Center, Johns Hopkins, and other very well-known places for research. If you are talking about biosciences, then they have also found employment in all these well-known companies like Merck, Regeneron, Genentech, and so on. If you talk about banking, then Chase Bank, Citibank, Discover, GE Finance, Capital One. So this is where our students have gone, recent students. Our students also find employment in IT companies like Meta and Intel, insurance companies like National Life, AIG, Travelers, Lewis, and Ellis. And they also go for, they are also able to find employment with government, especially Food and Drug Administration, Department of Agriculture, Naval Research Labs, and Oak Ridge National Laboratory. So this is again a sampling of employers of our recent graduates, and you can find more details if you are interested in more details about particular programs. Then you can go to the departmental website, and from there you can find information about recent employers of graduates from specific programs. Okay, so now let's talk about financial support. So for PhD students, we are able to offer them teaching and research assistantships. And the assistantship consists of at least $2,400 minimum monthly stipend. And we also cover full tuition and the cost of health, dental, and vision insurance if you purchase insurance through the university program. And this assistantship support is provided for 5 years. We are also generally able to provide support for summer. And if you talk to students, our current students, you will realize that $2,400 is quite a good amount for living in this Dallas-Fort Worth area. So and then you don't have to apply separately for financial support. All admitted students are considered for assistantships. So this was for PhD students. Now, we are also able to provide some additional scholarships and fellowships for PhD students. So we offer recruitment fellowships, several recruitment fellowships at admission time, and these include PhD admission fellowship, PhD excellence fellowship, Dean's fellowship, and EEF scholarship. So these last fellowships, PhD excellence fellowship, Dean's fellowship, and EEF scholarship, these are for domestic students only. But international students are eligible for this PhD admission fellowship. So these fellowships are offered at admission time. Once you are here, then again we are able to provide support for you to travel to conferences to present your research. We have additional merit scholarships like Julia Wellness Merit Scholarship and Maylin Fellowship. So this is based on your academic performance. And then if you are a teaching assistant, you also qualify for this Best TA award. This is again, these awards are at both departmental level, school level, and the university level. And then we are also able to support you through Best Dissertation Award, David Daniel Thesis Award, and Outstanding Graduate Student Award. Okay, so if you so once you come here and you do well in the program, you do well in your academics, and you do well in your research, then we are able to recognize your excellence through these awards. Okay, now let's talk about master's students. So for master's students, assistantships are generally not available. But then we are able to provide them with this recruitment fellowship called MS Admission Fellowship. And this is offered at admission time. Now, you don't have to apply separately for this fellowship. All admitted students are considered for this. So, but one nice thing about this MS Admission Fellowship is that if you are a non-resident of the state of Texas, then ordinarily you will pay tuition at the non-resident rate, which is much higher than the tuition rate for in-state students. But then the nice thing about this fellowship is that if you are a non-resident of Texas and you get this fellowship, you are eligible to pay tuition at the resident rate. Okay, and this amounts to a substantial saving in the cost of attendance at the university. So again, as I said earlier, you don't have to apply separately. All admitted students are considered for this fellowship. And then once you come here, we have these merit awards and like Maylin Fellowship, and then we also have Outstanding Master's Student Award at both the school level and the university level. So these are some awards to recognize your excellence in our master's programs. Okay, so another nice thing about our school is that we have a dedicated career center within our school itself. So of course there is a university-wide career center, but then we also have a career center which is dedicated to students within the school. So this is called NSM Career Success Center, and it just has two goals. One is to enhance your career readiness, and we do it by providing you with professional development education, and we also offer personalized services like resume review, mock interviews, salary negotiation, and things like that. So this is one goal of this career center. And another goal is to develop relationships with employers to help you get internship and jobs. So so we organize, I mean, this Career Success Center organizes lots of employer events. Pretty much every week, employers come to campus for meet and greet events and also career fairs. So the whole point of this institute is, or the center is, to enhance your career readiness and help you with internship and job search. Okay, and we are very proud of this center. Now, when it comes to graduate studies, we know that you have lots of options. Why should you consider us? So first of all, we will give you a very high quality education. Like I said, we have world-class faculty and we have top research facilities. If you want to learn more about what those research interests are, I mean, in particular, who are the faculty members, and you want to learn about their research interests and look at some stories about their research interests, or even look at the publications, the publications that they have. All this information is available through the departmental websites. Okay, and then our students also have excellent employment prospects when they graduate, and you can find very specific data on employers of our graduates, recent graduates on the departmental websites. And we have a dedicated Career Success Center for our own students. And we take pride in the fact that we prepare you well to get your first job and help you and keep the job. And as I mentioned earlier, you can graduate faster. So in particular, you can graduate in about 5 years if you are a PhD student. This is our average time to graduation for our PhD students, and this is 1 full year less than the national median for US. And the MS programs are designed so that if you are a full-time student, you can graduate in 2 years. And then the region, Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex region, this is a great place to live. And more importantly, we have very supportive faculty and staff, and you will feel right at home no matter where you are from. So these are some reasons why you should consider us. Now let's go over typical admission requirements. So and by typical I mean the actual requirements vary from program to program. So the best thing is to look at departmental websites to see exactly what their requirements are. But the requirements that I'm going to talk about, these are quite typical. So we like to see your CV or resume, personal essay or statement of purpose, all previous university transcripts. Now, when you are applying for admission, you can just submit scan of these documents, but make sure that scan is very clear. But the official versions will be needed at the admission time. We also require 3 letters of recommendation, and we encourage you to get letters from your former teachers or professors, and they will receive an email from the admissions office to directly upload their letters to an online portal. Okay, and if you are an international applicant, English proficiency score may be required depending upon the country you are from and what was your language of instruction. And so we have a complete list of which countries are exempt from this English proficiency requirement on the graduate admissions website. And later on, I will tell you what this website is. So many students are exempt from this requirement. And of course, if you are a current student of UTD, then you don't need to submit any English proficiency scores. So these are typical application requirements. Now, for students who are currently at UTD and recent alumni of UTD, there are some quick admit options. Okay, but then these quick admit options are only for master's programs, not for PhD programs. And there are some details about which of the current students are eligible, which of the recent alumni are eligible. So let me just mention very briefly that if you are a current student and you are planning to graduate in the term preceding the term you are applying for, then you are eligible for this quick admit option. And if you are a recent graduate, you would be eligible for this quick admit option if you have received your bachelor's degree from us within 5 terms preceding the term for which you are applying. And this quick admit comes in 2 flavors. One is called auto admit and expedited review, and they mean slightly different things. But in both, application fee is waived, and additional requirements such as recommendation letters may also be waived. So rather than going into all the details, I will refer you to this graduate admissions quick admit website for additional details. But again, you should note that not all programs participate, and there are additional eligibility requirements beyond these term eligibility requirements that I mentioned earlier. So if you are a current student or a recent alumni, then please make sure you look at this website for this quick quick admit options. Okay, moving on. So if you need more information, here is a listing of websites that you can look at. Let me bring your attention to two specific websites. One is this graduate admissions website, and the other is if you are an international student, you may have lots of questions related to visa, OPT, and things like that. So this is the website you should consult. And of course, if you have questions related to tuition, housing, and other things, you can look at some of these websites. Okay, so that's the end of the main part of the presentation. Let me go over some frequently asked questions. And these are not in any specific order. There is some structure to it, but this is not in a very specific order. Okay, so let's go over these questions. So what is the application deadline? The application deadline is December 15th for first round, and it is rolling after that. So if you want to, if you want to ensure that your application receives full consideration, then please make sure that you apply by December 15th. Okay, and by apply, I mean you submit the application must be complete by December 15th, which means the recommendation letter should also be in by that date. So if you apply by December 15th, then your application will receive full consideration. And also remember that we have some of these scholarships and fellowships that we talked about, and they are usually limited in number. But if you apply by December 15th, you are guaranteed. We guarantee that you will be considered in the first round. Okay, and later on, this depends on availability. So the next question is, how do you accept letters of recommendation? This I mentioned earlier, that the letter writers will get a link through their email to upload their letter. Do I need to get my transcript evaluated by something like WES? The answer is no if your transcript is in English. But if the transcript is not in English, then we need this equivalency evaluation. Okay. Are scans of official documents acceptable? So yes, like I said earlier, make sure that scans are clear. But official documents will be needed at the time of admission. Moving on, many international applicants have 3-year bachelor's degrees. So this is a question on their behalf. My bachelor's degree program was a 3-year program. Am I eligible to apply? The answer is yes, provided you have taken all the prerequisite courses. And what those prerequisite courses are, these are listed on the departmental websites. Do I need a master's degree to apply for a PhD program? No, we don't require a master's degree to apply for a PhD program. You can directly apply to our PhD programs on the basis of a bachelor's degree alone. I want to change my field of study. Am I eligible to apply? Yes, we offer you this flexibility, but the important thing is to make sure you have taken all the prerequisite courses. We will not accept you if you have not taken the prerequisite courses, and this is especially relevant if you are changing your field of study. Do you accept courses from an online vendor like Coursera towards the prerequisites? No, unfortunately, no. For courses to be acceptable as prerequisites, they need to be on the transcript of an accredited institution of higher learning. Okay. Is GRE required? No, we don't require GRE for our graduate programs. My degree was earned through instruction and examination in English. Do I still need to demonstrate English proficiency by taking a test? Generally, the answer is no. But as I said earlier, we maintain a list of countries for which the English proficiency requirement is waived, and this list can be found on the graduate admissions website. And this is essentially the same. I already answered this question. Is my country waived from the English proficiency requirement? You consult this graduate admissions website. I am an international student who has a degree from the US. Do I need to submit an English proficiency score? No. if you have a degree from the US, you don't need to submit an English proficiency score. Is financial support available for pursuing a PhD program? Yes, we offer teaching and research assistantships for pursuing PhD programs. Is financial support available for pursuing an MS program? So like I said earlier, assistantships are generally not available for master's students, unfortunately, but support in terms of MS admission fellowship is available, and there are other scholarships that I mentioned before. But this support is rather limited. Now, I'm applying for a graduate program, MS or PhD program. How do I apply for financial support? So you don't need to apply separately. Everyone who is admitted to the program is considered for the fellowships that are available. Do I need to contact a faculty member before applying for admission or financial support? No. We generally discourage you from contacting individual faculty members, but the policy varies from the department to department, okay? So especially if you are a student in the, if you want to pursue a PhD or master's in geosciences, then we encourage you to write to faculty members. But for programs from other departments, you are generally discouraged from contacting individual faculty members. But if you are not sure, yeah, by all means, you email the departmental contact and ask them. But oftentimes, students send emails to the same email to everyone in the department saying that they are interested in their research program. That is generally not a good idea, and I will discourage you from sending emails to everyone in the department. Where can I find information about research in the department? The best place is the departmental website. What if I have a very specific idea for my research? Can I reach out to faculty members who align with my research interests before apply? In this case, yes. But like I said earlier, please don't email everyone in the department. Can I meet with potential advisors or mentors before applying? Yes, we are happy to arrange for these kind of meetings. Just email the departmental contact. So are lab facilities, libraries, and research resources available? And like I said, our research resources are top class. Can I get a waiver from the application fee? And this is a very common question, and the answer is generally no. We are not able to waive your application fee unless you qualify for the fee waiver program. And this is a very specific program with very specific eligibility requirements. And you can look at the graduate admissions website to learn more about this program. Where can I find information about tuition fees? For this, you contact Bursar's office, and we had the website listed here, or earlier, or you can just Google to find this information. I have a question about visa, OPT, or other related matters. Whom should I ask? So for this, you contact our International Students and Scholars Office, or ISSO for short. What is the typical time to degree completion? Like I said, 5 years for PhD and 2 years for master's, assuming that you are enrolled full time. Now, continuing with these FAQs, where can I find information about job prospects of your programs? And the best place is looking at the department website. All these programs offer a list of employers of the recent graduates. Are there opportunities for internships or industry collaborations in the field? Yes, many departments have collaborations with industry, but the details vary with the program to program. So again, you can go to the departmental website, or you can write to the departmental contact. Are there job placement services available? Yes. Like I said earlier, we have a dedicated Career Success Center for the school, and they provide help with job search. Now, this is for students who have already received an offer of admission. Can I defer the offer of admission or financial support? Yes, it is possible to defer admission for a limited time, but the offer of financial support cannot be deferred. And if you would like to defer admission, then the best thing to do is to reach out to the departmental contact. Again, this is for someone who has already received admission. I have received admission. How do I sign up for courses? So you will have to consult with the graduate advisor of the program, and when we offer you admission, you will get information about whom to contact, who your graduate advisor is. But again, if you are not sure, you can email the departmental contact for this information. So those were some frequently asked questions. Now, I often get asked if I could give advice to potential applicants. The best advice I can give you is to make sure that you check the prerequisites of the program. Different programs have different prerequisites, and this is especially relevant if you are changing your field of study. Okay, you don't want to apply to a program for which you don't meet the prerequisites. Okay, so the departmental websites have very explicit information about what is the prerequisites of their program, and be sure to consult that list. And check both graduate admissions website and the departmental websites before you apply. You apply early if you are serious about UT Dallas. If you are seriously considering us, then definitely apply by December 15th. Okay, for priority consideration. And the next best advice I can give you is monitor emails. Emails is the primary means of contact with you. So monitor your emails and respond to them. Okay. And then let me just reiterate what I said earlier. UT Dallas is a great place to study. So do give us a serious consideration. And if you have any questions, you can email me and here is my email address. And that's all I have prepared for you as far as the main part is concerned. So thank you again for listening to me and your interest in UT Dallas. So now, Karla, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Choudhary. That was very informative. Let me see if there's any questions. Okay, the first question is, I want to apply for PhD program in cellular and molecular biology, emphasized on neuroscience in the fall of 2026 cycle. So it's not a particular question, but I think a comment. So do you have any direction for this student?
Karla, do you mind repeating the question? So the student is interested in a PhD program in molecular and cell biology. And then you said something about...
emphasizing on neuroscience.
Okay, emphasizing neuroscience. Yes. So again, we have lots of interdisciplinary collaborations going on throughout the NSM and also with other schools, especially the neuroscience department. So in fact, we have a new AI institute within the university, and this is housed in the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. And so this is called Texas Artificial Intelligence Research Institute, or TIRI for short. And through this institute, and of course, institute is just one vehicle, but faculty members from biology department and mathematical sciences department, I know they have established collaborations with neuroscience faculty. So all you have to do is to find a faculty member who is already either working with collaborators from neuroscience department or is interested in developing a new collaboration with the department. And usually people are very excited about collaborations, and especially for collaborations between neuroscience and biology departments through this institute, this AI institute that we talked about, or even otherwise. I'm sure you will find faculty members who are interested.
Okay, great. How can I get application fee waived to apply for a PhD at UTD?
This was one of the FAQs, and generally we are not able to waive application fees. But then we are able to waive fees in some specific circumstances. So if you go to our graduate admissions website, you can find information about under what conditions you would be eligible for a fee waiver. If you don't satisfy those conditions, then unfortunately we are not able to waive application fees.
Okay. Can you give some recommendations for a strong application?
Yeah, yes. So your transcript. So again, this goes back to the ingredients of the application. One is your resume. Other is transcripts, recommendation letters. Uh, so, uh, so first of all, transcript should be good. You should have taken not just the prerequisite courses. I mean, prerequisite courses are like minimal requirements, and you must have done well in those. But then you should also have shown that you have taken more advanced courses in the discipline that you are interested in and have done well in those. So having a strong transcript that shows not just the basic courses but also advanced courses, it looks really good. This is one thing. Another thing is recommendation letters. We place a lot of value on recommendation letters. So make sure you ask faculty members who know you well, so that they can write a very informed and personalized letter, rather than a very generic letter where they just change the name of the student and here is the letter for another student. Uh, so, so, uh, so the best advice about this is make sure that your transcripts are looks good, and then your letters are strong, and then make a strong case for yourself in your essay. And again, here talk about some very specific things like why do you think you are ready for our PhD program. So if you go to our website, look at the research interests, and then connect those interests with the strengths that you have. So then that kind of letter, that kind of essay would look much better than a very generic essay. So these would be three strong components of a strong application.
Thank you. How many students generally apply for PhD every year, and how many students get accepted? Part 2, do successful applicants have published papers?
So first let me answer part one, and then I will answer part two. So our PhD programs are very competitive, very, very competitive. Uh, and again, the details vary from program to program. So it's like in biology department, I think last year we got more than 600 applications for our PhD program, and we accepted about a dozen students. And even in data science and statistics program, I think we got close to 200 applications, and we accepted about a dozen students. So about 10 to 12 students per year is what we accept towards the PhD programs, towards each of the PhD programs. Now, no, we don't require you to have previous publications, but if you have done research, it looks good on your application, okay? And especially if you have publication record, although we don't require it, but if you have it, it looks good. And then you may be strong candidates for some of these fellowships that we have. So through your research experience, you are able to show that you already have excelled in research. You have a good foundation already in research, and then we are able to recognize those through these fellowships that we have.
Yep. Once I submit the application for graduation program, will I be able to make any changes in recommenders list, in the recommendation letters?
Yes, provided you do it early enough. So there is some window. So what happens is once you submit your application, it goes through some processing, and then it gets passed on to the department. And and when it is being processed, you can make changes. And later on also, I mean, if you think that you can get a strong letter and things have already moved down the road, you can write to your departmental contact and tell them that, okay, here is, can you allow me to submit one more letter? And I'm sure if you make a strong case, they will oblige.
Thank you. What is the application fee for chemistry PhD for international student, $100 or $75?
Okay, that's a very specific question, and I don't know the answer. I would, because the details keep changing. I wish I had known the answer. But go to graduate admissions website or go to chemistry department website. From there, you can find information. And let me just add one more thing about application fees. in some limited cases, and I don't want to get people's hopes up, but in some limited cases, some departments are able to provide some assistance with admission fees. Okay, so especially chemistry department. In some, if you satisfy some criteria, and I think the criteria involves having a degree from the US, they may be able to either cover your application fees or provide some contribution towards the application fee. So again, my best advice would be to check the department website.
Okay. All professors at the faculty website are accepting PhD. Are all professors at the faculty website accepting PhD students this year?
So the answer is generally yes. The answer is generally yes, but again, details vary from program to program, and different programs have different ways of getting you in touch with the research areas that are represented and faculty members engaged in those research. So, for example, biology and chemistry departments, they have a rotation program. So in the first year, of course, if your mind is set on working with a specific faculty member, yeah, it may be good if you reach out to them in advance and say ask if they are accepting students, and especially if your credentials look good. But oftentimes, what happens is, especially in these two programs, students are able to do a rotation in different labs, and then so we don't expect that you would know research interests of everybody in the department, and so we ask you to go through these rotations where you work briefly in various labs, get to know about their research areas, and then find the professor and the lab with whom you would be interested in working. So this is a common approach, and of course, other ways to do this is you can sign up for an independent study with that faculty member, and again, if you do well, I'm sure they would be interested in having you as a PhD student.
Thank you. Dr. Mira is on the call with us, and she replied that the fee for the chemistry PhD is $75 currently.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mira.
Thank you.
Okay, the next question. I am working on a review paper currently and planning to submit the first draft of manuscript on January 10th. Can I mention this in my personal statement?
Yes, it will look good for you. Yeah. And congratulations. I mean, having a review paper at this stage is a good accomplishment.
Okay. I think there's one more. Let's see. Is there any open house schedules for cellular and molecular biology graduate program, as I want to apply to that program and want to know more about it?
I mean, we will have some information sessions down the road, some webinars down the road, but I'm not sure what the timeline of this specific person is. So my suggestion would be to get in touch with the biology department and ask them directly. But we will have, on behalf of school, we will have some more information sessions down the road.
Okay, let me see if there's any more coming in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think that's it. I have posted the general NSM admissions email on the chat, the questions answer session. So if anyone has a particular question and they're not sure where to send that question, please send it to me at nsmadmissions with an S at utdallas.edu, and I will forward it to the right place or get you the right contact for that. Of course, you can also email Dr. Choudhary directly as well. And I think that's it on questions. So thank you so much for joining us. This concludes our webinar, and I will be sending a recording out to all the participants that registered for this webinar. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you again. Bye.